I'm Jim Clark, and welcome to Cavalier Weekly. We're talking with men's head soccer coach John Hall. And John, the season ends on Saturday. A tough one. You get the 3-1 lead, just couldn't hang on down in Wheeling.
Yeah, it was a strange kind of affair. It would have been nice if the winner of the game would have been the one who scored the 3 goals the fastest, because we did that. Yeah. But it was a strange start to the second half, and even though we knew they put the pressure on us, that's what we expected. We didn't expect to concede 3 goals the way we did. And once we did and we settled down, then we started playing a little bit. But we just, it wasn't enough time on the clock for us to do anything about it. So it was a bit of a shame, really.
You dropped those last 5 games, but you lose 5 games by 7 goals. You're in every game. You're a play here or there away from maybe winning those 5 games.
Yeah, that's been the trait of the season. We've been in a lot of games, but we've just not had, the player to put the ball in the back of the net at the right time, or the player to not allow someone the shot that goes into the back of the net. So it's just been a season like that, really.
It's hard to replace a guy like Ben Truax. Do you think it'd be this tough to find that one guy to maybe give you a lift?
Well, yeah, it's always going to be hard in that sense, but there's players out there that have that potential, and you just got to move forward and think of next year now.
You're back in the GLIAC after coming from Ashland to here. How's the league compare now? You've gone through it again for a year from the years you were at Ashland. How does it compare?
Well, the level of competition is high. When you look at it, you've got 10 teams in the GLIAC, and 5 of the teams in the GLIAC have losing records. So that's how competitive it is within his own conference, and it's going to be like that for some years, because each team can certainly get a result against anybody. It's been shown this year. It wasn't our year this year, but it was a good learning experience for a lot of the players, and the winners get all the spoils. We know that. We had that last year. But it's been successful in a number of ways this year, in regards to certain players really playing well and being consistent, and seeing some of the younger players get a bit of experience and seeing what they can bring, because they didn't have that opportunity last year, some of them, and they've come forward. So it'll all stand us in good stead down the road.
Who are some of the key guys who had good years this year that are back next year?
Chris Lynch, for one, for sure, had a good, steady year. He had a bit of an injury earlier in the year that took him out of a few games. But him for sure, I'm looking forward to having him back. And hopefully he's going to be a bit of a leader now that he's returning as a senior. The Melville boys have done well. They've had a solid year under the belt, so I'm looking forward to that. They're the ones I think that have, Frank Sanabera, the goalkeeper, had some experience this year, more than what he may have got. So it'll be interesting to see how they move forward as well, now that they've had a little bit of experience under the belt.
Thanks, John. I'm Jim Clark, and that's this week's Cavaliers Soccer Weekly.